What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? I can tell you this, it's not for the faint-hearted. It's only for the brave, the courageous, the calculator. Entrepreneurship is reserved for the resilient. Every human being is faced with the same challenges, the battle inside their own mind, a part of them that wants them to stay where they are versus another part of them that wants to grow, to expand, to evolve. Regret scares me. I've never seen anything that scares me as much as sitting with somebody in their 80s or 90s who spends all their time talking to me not about what they did, but what they wish they did. Don't even step on the playing field if you have not counted up the cost of entrepreneurship. Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts about the future. It's a product of our imagination causing us to fear things that do not at the moment exist and may never exist. I believe that if everybody in this room had a better relationship with understanding time, they could be much happier. I feel like people are grossly impatient. I don't think that people that are 55 years old realize they have 20 more years of executing in a world where they grew up as kids, and that 55 seems so old, and people were dying at a different age and retiring at a different age. I think if you actually saw regret up close and personal for one day, it'll get you to do a lot of the things that you're not doing because you're scared. Your future is unwritten, and you have the power to change. What we can be, we must be. Know that. A great life doesn't happen by chance, it happens by design. And for you to design the life that you want, you need to become an entrepreneur. But what is an entrepreneur? There are two sides to the coin of entrepreneurship. There's heads and there's tails. And most people fail to see tails. They see heads, the face of it. They live on the surface of the lights, the cameras, the action, the time freedom, the yachts, the fun, the fame, but they don't see the blood, the sweat, and the tears. They never see the grit, they never see the crying, they don't see the sacrifices that are made behind the scenes. Anybody that's willing to make the sacrifices, pay the price, and get the job done and finish what they started, those are the ones who will be successful entrepreneurs, have a great capacity for uncertainty. They stay up late, they work longer, they're more focused. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to need to lead. A lot of you want the future, but you're not willing to pay the price that is required to purchase it. The world does not need just another entrepreneur. The world needs a riotous entrepreneur. A riotous entrepreneur is someone that comes along with an idea that challenges and changes the status quo. An entrepreneur's drug is self-discipline, an obsession with progress and evolution. A riotous entrepreneur is addicted to success. They're addicted to performing under pressure. They're addicted to results. The riotous entrepreneur knows one simple fact, and that is, I will make it. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely. Don't tell me you want to step into a room and dominate if you don't have passion. Don't tell me that you want to be a riotous entrepreneur and you want to step into a room with a new idea and challenge and change the status quo and you don't have passion. An entrepreneur daily deepens their desire to understand the arena they've chosen to step into. The world needs more creative, resilient, passionate, committed, focused, riotous entrepreneurs. The last thing we need is somebody to come along with another good idea, but they don't have the passion, the perseverance, or the grit to get the job done. We don't need another person that's going to start something and quit in 6 months. You're going to have to manage your time, allowing sufficient time to devote yourself to a specific area for deliberate practice. The journey towards any valuable goal takes more practice than we think. You're going to have to reprogram and rewrite the code of your habitual nature, and you're going to have to tear down negative paradigms and build new ones. A riotous entrepreneur is calculated. A riotous entrepreneur is somebody who knows who they are no matter what. They're somebody with vision. Right now, you may be in pain. Right now, you may be hurting. Right now, you may be bloody. Right now, you may feel like giving up. But if you have vision, you're able to see past the pain and look into the eyes of the future. If you're going to be a riotous entrepreneur, you're going to have to master the art of listening. You're going to have to master optimism, resilience, consistency, perseverance, loyalty, creativity, courage, effort, patience, time management, optimism, the ability to take responsibility. If you're going to be a riotous entrepreneur, you're going to need to be a problem finder and a problem solver. This is going to require you to be very mindful. It's going to require you to be aware of what is happening in our economy. Entrepreneurs are observant, and when they notice problems, they don't shy away or pass the buck. They latch on like a pit bull. They don't run from fires. They run towards fires. You've got to have an eagle mentality. An eagle is the only bird that flies into the storm. If you're going to be a riotous entrepreneur, you're going to have to accept the fact that you'll lose money. You'll hire people and fire those people. You'll not win every day. But you will never lose, because when you don't win, you will learn. Failure could be terrifying. You know, oftentimes people want to abandon the project because they feel inadequate. An entrepreneur, though, isn't scared off by an idea that isn't working. They just flip the flow. They're excited. They stay passionate. They shift their perspective. They have a passion, and that passion spills over into the rest of the team. You know, riotous entrepreneurs are very willing to admit when they're wrong, and they remain confident even in the face of adversity. Once you're confident, it becomes a lot easier for you to persevere through the process. If you want to show up and play and be a riotous entrepreneur, you're going to have to bring everything you have. We as humans, to get what we want, have to figure out how to bring value to them in the places where they consume information. Until you figure that out, you'll keep looking for the hack, the one that doesn't exist. Please let this be the video that drills through your head that your life is predicated on. The most important thing I think about when I think about getting to happiness is not owning anything. It's the ability to not hear anything but yourself. There's nothing more powerful than when everything gets quiet and the only thing that penetrates is your own voice, and that voice isn't judging you. Life is a gift, and now is the time for you to become the entrepreneur that you are looking for. A great life doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design.